Hi, Kriya and Micah. I assume you could tell from that first post that I cut off my thoughts because my phone rung and I never went back because absent-minded professors started doing other things. So the other thing I wanted to say is 100%. The more Black women with advanced degrees, the better. We already know that Black women are the most highly educated population in the United States, but even yet and still, Black women, especially in STEM with PhDs, are probably less than 2% of the PhD holders. But what I will say is that because the PhD journey is not an easy one, although you are so needed because representation matters and we need to get more of a critical mass, do not do a PhD on a whim, because one of the things that I was told and that I tell everyone else is get a PhD on something that you absolutely love, because by the end of your PhD journey, you're going to hate it a little bit. I did mine in robotics. Although I wanted to be an engineering educator, I really liked robotics controls, so that's what I got mine in. But after that 6-year journey, after my 2-year master's degree, I hated being in the lab. I hated robots. I love Vanderbilt, but I was also tired of my lab mates, tired of my advisors, my supervisors, all of that. And in fact, it took me a minute after I graduated and went to academia to come back to that. So getting a PhD is not something you do on a whim. And despite what people try to tell you and bump what you heard, it's not just so that you can be called doctor. It's not just about the title. It's about your mission, your vision, your purpose, and that your PhD is going to help you to fulfill that. Especially if you go into academia, because also bump what you heard, academia does not pay that well. Only rock star professors at those big R1 institutions, Stanford, Caltech, MIT, are making the big dollars. And that's normally because of grant money, not because of the salary that they're getting from the university. So I hope that helps for part 2. But if there's something else you want to know of pros and cons of getting a PhD versus getting a master's versus getting nothing, please let me know. But once again, you're absolutely needed in those spaces, but go in with your eyes wide open. Make sure you use your resources and make sure you're doing it because it's something you're passionate about and not just a whim. Stay STEMtastic.